Right, good. So I'm going to try that again. Are you ready to meet your first act of the second half? Would you please welcome up Finn Jackson?
I'm supposed to follow that. Hello, I'm Finn Jackson. And I want to let you into a secret. I'm not a stand-up comedian. Hard to believe, I know. No, I'm actually a recovering, I've got one of those long job titles, corporate strategist and change agent. I did think about making it shorter, but then I realised I'd become a corporate strange agent, which doesn't really work very well, so we don't talk about that. Anyway, I've really enjoyed this sustainable stand-up course. The first week, Belina told us about the principles of improvisation, which are let go, notice more, and use everything. It's like being thrown off a cliff with a make your own parachute kit. And the first week she said, homework, we had homework, and it's like write 3 jokes. And I think I might have been taking it a bit too serious because I was like, oh my God, what if I get it wrong? What's a joke? Is there some kind of special secret structure I have to use that I haven't been taught about yet? Or do I just have to make people laugh? If I use the right structure, but people don't laugh, does that count? And if I say something like, what do you call the shady side of a cow? Dark side of the moon. or on the other hand, if I make people laugh, but I haven't used the right structure, is that okay? I mean, if I just say something like, corporate strange agent. I found it all really confusing. So anyway, the second week, learning how to hold the microphone. The second week was much easier, because she said, tell us something about your job. Right, my job is really useless because, and for me that was really easy, because my job is useless because I haven't got one. which means the money's really shit, but on the other hand I do have plenty of time to walk the dog. The reason I don't have a job at the moment is because I've taken some time out. I decided I want to write a book about sustainable leadership. I mean, I wanted to write it, and you know, sustainability is supposed to be all about reduce, reuse, recycle, but to me there has to be something more to it than that. I mean, if you apply that kind of logic to sustainable stand-up, you just get kind of reduce the number of times people laugh, recycle old jokes. I mean, it doesn't. So I had this idea, I wasn't quite sure, and then I came across this quote by a guy called Sol Stein, who's an American author, and he said, a writer is someone who cannot not write. I thought about that and I go, oh yeah, okay, I can do this. I can write this book. We can do anything we want to, Toro. And so I kind of gave up my job to write this book, and I sat down, and then I found it was really, really difficult. And then I found another quote by another writer, who's a German guy this time, much more efficient. And he said, a writer is someone for whom writing is much more difficult than it is for other people. Right, yeah, brilliant, thanks for telling me now, it's a bit late. So I'm like Luke Skywalker on the fucking Death Star. I've gone there to rescue the princess, hurrah, and I'm trapped in the garbage crusher and the walls are closing in. I cannot not write. It's too difficult. I cannot not write. It's too difficult. And the dog's kind of sitting there looking up at me. He's going, can we go for a walk? He's a lovely dog. He was a wedding present for my second marriage. That didn't work out very well. We managed to stretch it to 1 year and 6 days, but at least I got the dog. She got the house and the car and the yacht, but I got the dogs. He's a lurcher. He's kind of black and white and he's very, very shaggy. A neighbour of mine says that he looks like a big issue dog, which might come be useful the way the book's going. But he's a lurcher, so he likes to chase things. He likes to chase rabbits. He never actually catches any, but that doesn't seem to worry him. He just kind of chases and runs and runs and runs, and eventually comes back. But he's been really, really sick lately for the last couple of months, and this week, which is why I missed the session last Sunday, this week he nearly died, which is a true story. And what happened was, we found out eventually that he'd been chasing his rabbits in the corner, and he'd breathed in a grass seed into his nose. It happens quite often, and because it has the prongs, so it kind of goes, just keeps going down and down and down, and it comes out the side of the lung, and it sits there, and you don't know what's wrong with him because he looks perfectly fine, and it all kind of gets bloody and pussy, and that kind of builds up in the chest cavity, and he finds it harder and harder to breathe. It's okay, he's still alive, he's fine. It's sorted. But on Tuesday this week, I didn't know that. On Tuesday this week, I was kind of like, okay, I knew you were going to die one day. I just didn't think it was going to be quite so soon, 6.5 years old. But you know, at least you've had a good life. You chased the rabbits, you didn't catch any, but you chased them. So I took him to the vet for an x-ray, and I walked across the road to get my hair cut. And I sat down, and the woman said, "Hello, how are you today, sir? Are you having a good day?" And I said, "Well, no, not really, because my dog's really, really ill." And she said, "Oh, that's really interesting, because my dog's just died." Brilliant, thank you. I'm very sorry to hear that. What did it die from? Oh, it went to have an x-ray and it never woke up. Okay, brilliant. And which vet did it go to? And of course, it's exactly the same vet that my dog's at, which was interesting. And then to cap it all, to kind of, I can't remember the phrase, but anyway, she cut my hair, and to add a little insult to injury, at the end of it all, she said, "Would you like the OAP discount, sir?" Which is the grey thing, and I'm only 39 years old. So anyway, the dog's now fine, he's on antibiotics, we found out what it was, he's in the car, and he's doing very well. But I'm now left with a new problem, because I've missed some sessions, I haven't been able to prepare for tonight, Sunday at 6 o'clock is coming, and I've got to say something funny and interesting about sustainable leadership, and the dog's dying. Or it was. So it's kind of like deja vu all over again. Must say something funny about sustainable leadership. The dog's dying. And you get the picture. So I'm back in Star Wars, and I'm Luke Skywalker again. I'm in the X-Wing fighter this time. I'm going down in the canyon, and I've got to put my 2 proton torpedoes into the exhaust pipes to blow up the Death Star by 6 o'clock on Sunday evening, which is now. And things are going off around me. Explosions from the vet bill and that kind of thing. And suddenly it all goes very quiet, and this voice comes into my head. And it's Obi-Wan Belina. And she says, "Let go. Notice more. Use everything." And I'm like, what the hell does a dying dog have to do with sustainable leadership? And suddenly it hits me. Because we're all going to die sometime. And sustainable leadership is not about reduce, reuse, recycle. It's about making sure that we've lived before we die sometime, which is going to happen. It's about making sure that we've all chased our rabbits, whether we catch them or not. It's about writing that book, even though it's the most difficult thing for you to do. And it's about rescuing your princess from your Death Star, even though you might get caught in the garbage crusher. Because on the one hand, you might not. On the other hand, at least you're not a corporate strange consultant anymore. Thank you.
Give it up for Finn Jackson, Animal Lovers!